This is Heather North from heatherscreativeblessings.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you a gift card you can make. This particular one is going to be a Valentine's one, so if you have kids that need to make some Valentines this week for their little parties, this will be a great one to get the kids involved. I think it would also make a great note card, gift card, if you're attaching a gift for a baby gift or wedding gift. What I'm going to do, since this is a Valentine's card and some of you might need to make them for your kids or grandkids, I'll show you how to kind of mass produce these little things. I'm starting with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to cut it at 9 inches on the long side. And then I'm going to turn it and cut it at 6 inches on the 8.5 side. And then to make things super easy, this is a technique I learned from Catherine Pooler. You just put your cardstock in at the 3-inch mark and use your scoring blade and score it all the way down. And that really saves you time for each card. Now I'm just going to make each card by turning it again, and I'm going to cut at 3 inches. So I have 3 cards now that are 3 by 6 inches. So if you just need one, you can make 3 by 6 inches. Then I have this piece of paper here, and this one is 2.5 inches. So I'm just going to cut it on its side and make 2.5-inch squares. And that is all of our cutting. I'm just going to make one of these cards today, but if you are mass producing these for a classroom or just needing to make lots of gift cards, you would repeat each step I'm going to do for all of the cards you need to make. So you cut all of your cardstock, you score all of your cardstock, you stamp all of your images, you punch all of your hearts. You get the idea. In theory, at least that's what I'm told, that will make it go faster. So I'm just going to take one of these, fold it in half, and set my card base to the side. On my 2.5-inch square, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. You could use any sentiment you want. I think the sentiments from Teeny Tiny Wishes will fit really well on here. Hello baby would be cute, or even just a hello or thank you. We're doing Valentine's, and you can find Valentines all over the place. But for this card, I'm going to use the Hugs and Kisses from Hero Arts. I'm using this one, XOXO Hugs and Kisses. There are a couple you could use here. I love you, AEIO, missing you, hello handsome. I'm going to take my Real Red ink, I like clear stamps because you can see exactly where you're going to stamp. If you're doing this with your kids, they can have fun stamping wherever they want. I'm just going to stamp mine in the bottom right corner. The colors I'm using for my card are from the current Color Cue Challenge. Raspberry Ripple, Red, Melon Mambo, and Blushing Bride. I don't have Ruby Red, so I just use Real Red. And I am using this paper pad. It's called Smitten from Authentique. And I'm going to be using this to make my envelopes. So I just took the back piece, which is somewhere between Pink Pirouette and Blushing Bride. That's my pink, so I figured it was close enough. And it gives me a chance to use the little scraps that I cut off. But you're just going to punch out your hearts, and this is a fun thing for the kids to do. Then you're going to take your little Xyron sticker maker. I love this, especially for die cuts. It is fantastic for getting sticky on the back. You can make anything into a sticker. You just want to, whatever is down, whatever is, let's see, let's pull this out. If you have a double-sided paper and you're wanting to just add sticky to one side, the side you want sticky, you're going to have facing down because the adhesive is going to go on the back side of whatever you put in there. And you just put it in, and there's a little tab, and you pull it. I'm going to take this die cut. This is great for any of your intricate die cuts to get adhesive on the back without getting a bunch of glue on the front. And then you just tear it off. For these bigger pieces, you really can just use your finger and burnish in that adhesive because you're wanting the adhesive to stick to the back of the paper and the piece on top and not to the front of your cardstock. But another tip to make sure the sticky doesn't get on the front of places you don't want it to is to just take a pencil and go around the entire thing. And I do this especially when I have intricate die cuts like this. Hello. So after you're done burnishing it, you're just going to peel off the backing, and the adhesive sticks to this and the back of your hearts. It's just amazing. I think it's so cool. For this particular technique, it doesn't matter if it gets on the front, but if it does, just use your gum eraser and erase it. Now comes the fun part. You peel off the backing and you stick it into your glitter. Okay, now we're going to make these into stickers by just putting them back into the Xyron with the glitter side up, and the back side is now going to become a sticker that we can put on our card. Here's another one. And again, you're just going to burnish that in, peel off the adhesive. I have some more here that I did earlier, so I'm going to grab the Raspberry Ripple, put it on one side, and the Melon Mambo, let's do the pink. I like to use the repositionable glue in my Xyron because then I can pick it up and move it when I'm designing my card or my scrapbook page. Make sure I got it even. And after a while it just adheres permanently. I'm just going to adhere my 2.5 inch square onto a piece of cardstock that's 1/8 of an inch bigger, so it's 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. If you have your kids, if they're a little bit older and like using the tape runner, they can use the tape runner. Otherwise, they can use the Tombow Mono multi-glue if they're a little bit younger and they want to help you. And then I'm going to adhere this to the front of my little greeting card base. Isn't it great how much shimmer and sparkle you get with that, with those dazzling diamonds? Now, if you would rather just use up the rest of that white cardstock that you cut, because this is the scraps that are left over from the one piece, you could cut all of your hearts out of white cardstock and then use colored glitter for your hearts instead of using colored cardstock for your hearts. I made this card here. This is from the Crafts Meow. I just love that sentiment. I think it's so pretty. And I scored at the 1/4 inch, 2 inch, and 2 1/4 inch. I just turned it upside down and scored it. So I don't know if it shows up on camera, but the score lines add a nice little touch. So that's it for these little Valentine's cards. You could make it just as simple as putting on these hearts without adding the glitter, but I like the added little bling that glitter has for the cards. I'm going to make an envelope, so check out my next video if you're on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description below, or if you're on my blog, just scroll down and it will be there. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you find some time today to get creative and make a little Valentine or greeting card. Bye.